All right, so we have to get into this. Enough's enough. Are y'all trying to bully Caitlin Clark at this point? Y'all are running around acting like a bunch of bullies right now, and it is out of pocket. It's out of line. We have got to get into it. Chelsea Gray, Asia Wilson, Becky Hammon. It sounds like y'all threatening Caitlin Clark at All-Star Weekend. It sounds like a threat. Y'all trying to punk her. Y'all trying to bully. Oh, no, we gonna have us talk.
The sports establishment did not just lose control of the game tonight. The entire corporate hierarchy appeared to suffer a complete meltdown behind closed doors. In what many described as a jaw-dropping display of talent, one generational star scored an incredible 14 points in under 2 minutes, overwhelming the opposing defense and leaving the entire arena stunned. As the crowd erupted in celebration, the broadcast cameras missed what was reportedly unfolding behind the scenes in the tunnel. Veteran stars and league figures, struggling to process the remarkable performance taking place before them, were said to have reacted with visible frustration. What began as intense competitive emotion reportedly escalated into a heated confrontation that sent shockwaves throughout Team USA and the WNBA. To understand why so many people were talking about the moment, it is important to revisit the 2-minute stretch that changed everything. The game was tied. The atmosphere was tense, and the opposing coaching staff had designed a defensive strategy specifically intended to disrupt her rhythm. They trapped her near half-court, bumped her off her spots, and attempted to force costly turnovers. However, elite talent refused to fold under the pressure. Instead of backing down, she stepped beyond the logo and delivered a breathtaking sequence of deep three-pointers and pinpoint full-court passes that dismantled the championship-caliber defense in just moments. The arena quickly transformed into a pressure cooker. Every possession felt decisive. The defense appeared overwhelmed, the opposing bench sat in stunned silence, and the crowd erupted with an energy rarely seen in modern basketball. It was not simply a hot shooting streak, or a series of fortunate bounces. It was a composed, calculated, and highly efficient display of basketball execution. In just a few possessions, she transformed a tightly contested battle into a commanding advantage, demonstrating why conventional defensive strategies often struggle against a player performing at such an extraordinary level.
Saying mean things. Too many people are calling me trash. Too many people are saying I can't make layups. Oh my gosh, that person called me.
The arena and the broadcast team began wrapping up its post-game coverage. Another story was reportedly unfolding behind the scenes. According to reports circulating after the game, tensions remained high in the arena corridors as emotions from the intense competition carried over into the post-game atmosphere. It was claimed that several league veterans, frustrated by the outcome, confronted the superstar during the walk back from the court. Reports also alleged that Aya Wilson approached her in the hallway and said, "We need to talk." While the exact details of the exchange remain unverified, the moment has become the subject of widespread discussion among fans online. Witness accounts suggest the atmosphere was tense enough that security personnel and arena staff remained nearby as the conversation unfolded, helping ensure the situation did not escalate further. What has fueled even more debate is not only the reported confrontation itself, but also the questions surrounding how the situation was handled afterward. As of now, many of the claims circulating on social media remain unconfirmed, and they should be treated as speculation unless supported by verified reporting or official statements.
We had that conversation, so that's what we're gonna do.
Wait a minute, so at All-Star, we have to have a conversation. Who you gotta have a conversation with? Caitlin Clark already said what she said. She's already come out and denounced it. She came up and spoke up for black women during her rookie season. She was trying to get y'all paid more money behind the scenes during her rookie season. She spoke out against it again after the Alyssa Thomas situation. What more is there for her?
Legacy coaching figures, including Becky Hammon, were reportedly said to have supported the confrontation and defended the response. Rather than calling for sportsmanship and professional composure, critics argued that the leadership appeared more focused on standing behind established stars who were struggling to accept being outperformed by a rising young talent. According to this perspective, the image of professional unity that had long been promoted publicly seemed to unravel in a matter of moments. Supporters of that view claimed it exposed what they saw as a culture of frustration and internal rivalry beneath the surface. a culture in which some veteran stars and influential figures believe they had the authority to determine who receives the spotlight, who stays in the background, and who emerges as the league's next face. However, history rarely waits for permission. An extraordinary talent cannot be contained by reputation or tradition alone. Greatness ultimately earns its place through performance, regardless of the opinions or resistance of those who came before.
That ain't gonna happen.
That we love, that we work so hard to do. But it's just a certain division that needs to be brought to everyone's attention and understanding that, no, this is something that's been going on, and it's just getting to a point where it's like, all right, now, enough is enough. I think that's...
Enough is enough, man. Enough is enough, man. Yeah. Yeah, enough is enough.
The larger conversation that needs to be had that is really above us, and I think that is the part that we really need to get to. So hopefully at All-Star, we can have an opportunity and a conversation, because at this time, we something needs to change.
At All-Star, they want to have an opportunity and a conversation. That's what I was alluding to in the beginning. They're gonna walk into Caitlin Clark's room. They're gonna knock on the door. Caitlin Clark's gonna open the door to her hotel room. She's gonna peek through it, and there's gonna be that, that sliding thing on the door, and all there's gonna be is like the chain, and she's gonna peek through and say, "Oh shit!" She's gonna try to close the door, and then all the players at one time, Brittany Griner, Asia Wilson, they're all gonna just, "Boom, let me in. They're gonna bum rush her. They're gonna bum rush into that room, and they're gonna tie Caitlin Clark up to a chair. They're gonna tell Caitlin Clark, "You're not leaving this room until you come out and you denounce those pests."
The significance of this moment quickly became a major topic of discussion, extending beyond the court to league officials, media executives, and broadcasting partners. Reports suggested that internal conversations were taking place as organizations prepared for the public reaction and the growing attention surrounding the incident. Rumors also began circulating online about possible administrative discussions involving national team rosters and speculation about whether the reported confrontation could have broader consequences. However, none of those claims have been officially confirmed and should be treated as speculation unless supported by credible sources or official statements. The situation has placed league leadership in a difficult position. As public debate continues to grow, many fans believe they are no longer satisfied with simple explanations or carefully managed public messaging. For months, some viewers have argued that physical play involving star players has too often been dismissed as routine basketball or part of a rookie's learning experience. Whether that perception is accurate or not, many fans believe they are witnessing inconsistent standards. That belief has fueled ongoing debates about officiating, player treatment, and the league's response to controversial moments, making each new incident part of a much larger conversation.
Because at this time, we something needs to change. It's actually disgusting. So I'm glad that Chelsea had an opportunity to speak up and had an opportunity to show that what we...
It's interesting that you're the one saying it's disgusting, Asia, because your close people and your fans were the ones that were saying Nafisa Collier is not black enough because she dates a white man. Those were your fans. Your fans. So I hope when you want to have this talk in this meeting, you address your fans. Your fans, when Nafisa Collier was winning the MVP race last year before she hurt her ankle, your fans were blasting her, saying she's not black enough, she's dating a white man, and all of this stuff. Your fans was being racist. Your fans been online being racist toward Caitlin Clark. I hope you got something to say about your damn fans. I hope so.
We've been going through, and we're going to continue to go through until we have that conversation. So that's what we're going to do.
I mean, just any of that behavior is not acceptable, and we need more companies to step up and do what Hilton did. You're free to be a bigot and ignorant. You're also free to pay the consequences. And I think it's just a lot of times it's too easy to hide behind phones, and I'd rather people show up and be.
Okay, so she's saying she wants more people to do what Hilton did. Hilton fired the guy who said what he said to Chelsea Gray. How are you going to fire people? And that's fine with me. That's fine. Whatever. That's cool.
Many fans believe the referees have overlooked dangerous contact involving the head and face, while others argue that the league's long-established culture has struggled to adapt to the rise of a new generation of stars. According to that perspective, the league's commercial strategy is facing increasing pressure. Sponsors that have invested heavily in promoting established players are now watching fan attention, television ratings, ticket sales, and merchandise demand increasingly shift toward one breakout superstar. Supporters point to growing attendance, record-breaking television audiences, and strong merchandise sales as signs of that changing landscape. They believe the league's biggest attraction is now driving much of the public interest surrounding the sport. Critics also argue that league leadership cannot fully benefit from an athlete's extraordinary popularity while allowing ongoing concerns about officiating, player treatment, or competitive fairness to dominate the conversation. They believe that if the league wants to capitalize on the excitement surrounding its biggest stars, it must also demonstrate a clear commitment to consistency, transparency, and player protection. Whether those concerns are justified remains a matter of opinion, but the debate has become an increasingly significant part of the conversation surrounding today's WNBA.
Man, y'all claim y'all don't want fans, but y'all claim all her fans are racist, but y'all want to reap the benefits and collect more money from her fans, right? So which one is it? Y'all want to have your fucking cake and eat it too, and it's not going down. Like, stop it.
Been in touch with the league about this, and if so, have they offered their support?
I've talked to, I think I just saw on my phone, there's maybe a couple messages, but not directly, no. Silence is just agreement, or sometimes silence is that you just don't want to ruffle feathers, but then you're neglecting a certain population that's actually getting affected by it. So the ball is in their court. I've done my job. I will continue to do my job. My teammates will too. And it's all part of a bigger systemic racism issue that's how it shows up for us as Black athletes.
I don't think people quite understand that. I think they see us in uniforms and think, oh, you're just supposed to deal with it. Go for it. Absolutely not. We're still human. We are women that walk this world every single day, trying our best to get to the next level. So it's heartbreaking to see those things happen, but it's also heartwarming when you have a franchise that's behind you 100%.
Obviously, there's a lot of eyeballs on what we do now. But I'd rather shed light on cockroaches and let them scatter and get out. Old fans, new fans, there's just no place for it in women's basketball or in society in general. So
I agree. I'm not like once again, I'm not with racism. I'm not with people being a homophobe. I don't care what you're into. But at the end of the day, y'all are labeling an entire fan base racist. Bro, Chelsea Gray was getting crazy messages a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and there's plenty of comments showing the date where it had nothing to do with the Caitlin Clark or Indiana Fever game. And I think it's really, really shady and janky that y'all waited.
The public reaction to the All-Star Weekend controversy has been intense across social media and sports platforms. Fans have filled comment sections, fueled online discussions, and called for greater accountability regarding officiating and the league's handling of high-profile incidents. Supporters argue that the ongoing debate highlights the influence of one of the game's biggest stars. They point to rising television ratings, increased attendance, and widespread fan engagement as evidence of her impact on the sport. At the same time, critics and supporters continue to disagree about what these moments mean for the future of the league. Many believe the controversy represents a turning point, with growing public attention placing unprecedented scrutiny on league decisions, officiating, and leadership. Others argue that the discussion has become overly emotional and that individual moments should not be used to define the sport as a whole. Regardless of where fans stand, there is little doubt that conversations surrounding the WNBA have become larger, louder, and more visible than ever before. Attendance figures, television audiences, and social media engagement continue to reflect the league's growing popularity, while debates over officiating and player treatment remain central topics of discussion. What do you think? Has this controversy changed the conversation around the league, or has it simply become another chapter in an ongoing debate? Share your thoughts in the comments below, join the discussion, and let us know your perspective. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future basketball coverage.